Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Mama Fox Studios. This is Missy and we are on build 25 of our courtyard slash garden. So in our last video, we finished up the papering, right? So we have parts for our roof here, and then we have our pond, which I haven't decided if I'm going to enhance. We got to see what we got to do with that. We have some roof and some, these I think are going to be parts of the decking in between the different pagodas, and that also. And then we have, I'm not sure what all these are for, some siding or something. But let me set these all over to the side, out of my way, because I have a couple things real quick before we get going. First of all, I want to say thank you, all of you. Seriously, you are coming so alive on my channel. It's amazing. My community board, which honestly I didn't have open for the longest time because I didn't know about it, but I gotten quite a few comments on the community board. One of them was suggesting Rolife's honey dessert talk, and it is a little bit more on the spendy side, but I actually found it on sale at Michael's and I ordered it. And I also ordered a Henry's Bakery or Henry's chocolate shop. I think it was the chocolate shop. So I ordered 2 more. So those are coming like in a week or within the next week. I do have one build I want to do before the honey one. So I will already have my next build. And then after that, we'll be doing the honey dessert and then probably the chocolatier or the chocolate one. So that was great. I had comments on, you know, the little polymer clay that I always say, I think it's polymer clay for our food. Somebody did confirm for me. Thank you for that. It is polymer clay, and they gave me a good lead to find some. I haven't looked them up yet, but I will be buying some more for my stash. I'm so excited. So excited I'm shaking the camera. Sorry, I'm shaking my whole desk. And also some of these, the little buds that we use, the flowers. Someone gave me a tip on how to find those. So I will be ordering multiple colors of those. That person also is so active. Thank you. I don't want to call anybody out. Last time someone got a little upset, but I have somebody that is amazingly active on my channel. Thank you so much. And she said she was going to use her hanging moss for her little spa pagoda. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have some of that. Why did I not think of that? So thank you for that. I did it off camera because I wasn't sure if I was going to ruin it and have to start all over. But I did put, so I had 2 kinds. I had this. It's a little bit dry. It's this darker stuff here. So it's a little bit dry, but still much more mossy, obviously, because our other stuff was crepe paper. This is very mossy. And then I had a little bit of this. This is very stringy. See, it's this stuff here. It's very, very stringy, and I just kind of stretched it around just to add a second color in. And I gotta say, I now really, this is more of what I had in mind when I was saying like the lush, you know, the lush spa pagoda. This is much more what I had in my picture in my head than was before. So thank you for that. I know it wasn't a suggestion for me to do. You were going to do it, but I kind of stole your idea. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, because I now actually feel this is much more a line of what I was kind of imagining. I could have went extra and went overboard and did tons more because I have so much more of this, you know, but I didn't want to overdo it. I still wanted to be able to see all my flowers, and I felt if I covered it much more, I was going to start covering up the flowers, and I didn't want to do that. So I just wanted to tell you guys this. If you have any of that in your stash, any type of a moss kind of thing, go for it, because I think that is so much better than it was. Okay, so on that note, we are going to backtrack a little bit today, and we are going to tackle the 4 other flowers that we have to do and get started at least on our tree. I don't know how much of it will get done, but I did pull some little bowls for my stuff because I'm not going to shove that paper back in the bags. It doesn't, these ones are too big. So let me get out. There's my crepe paper. And I have my red, but we also need the pink. Where did I, oh, whoops, forgot where I put it. It's over here. It's right here. Okay, so we're going to start with our red one again, and we need the paper to be 40 by 100 millimeters. So that's 4 by 10 for centimeters. Okay, we're at 7 here, so you know what? How much do I have over here? Hang on. Let's switch up our place we're going to cut at. So let's go 10 here. And we'll go 4. And then we want to fold it in half, long ways, and then in half again. And now we're just going to cut some of our little angled pieces out of there. And then when we unfold it, I'm going to go in and just cut down into some of these bigger chunks. Okay, now we're going to take, my toothpick. Aha, I found it. I was going to say, I don't know where it's at, but I found it. I usually have a toothpick floating around on the desk during a build. So then we're going to just roll it up the toothpick, and I'm just going to try to keep this bottom as straight as I can. Honestly, with crepe paper, it's not always the easiest thing to do. So if it's not perfect, I'm okay. I'm just going to get close. We're just going to roll this up. This isn't going in a vase or anything. This is going to sit on the ground. So however wide it, however loose or tight, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. I just have a few drops down in this squeeze bottle. Okay, we'll glue that up. And now, this is where I had trouble last time. Usually I just try to like flick it open a little bit. But this one is very, very wide. It's like it droops over to the ground almost. So I'm going to take my outside pieces and I'm actually going to like bend them with my tweezers. And then when we go to the second layer, I'm going to bend them up just a little bit higher so they don't go as low. And then just keep going around, bending, bending. Still not as weepy looking as theirs. Theirs is very sharp, spiky and stuff. I obviously just didn't cut mine that way. But hey, all plants can be different. Just if you want it, if you like the look of theirs in the book, cut very spiky, sharp pieces. I'm okay with mine not being exactly like that in the book. Whoops. Okay, so now we're going to take, first off, before I put glue, I'm going to dump some of my red. Actually, I'm just going to dump it all in the bowl. Now, we're going to take our glue, and remember, wherever you do not have glue, you will not have this product. Okay, and because it's in the bowl, I'm going to only do a couple of bits at a time so my glue doesn't get too dry. So I'm doing front and back because I want it on the front and the back of each piece. And then we'll just shove it down in there. And I'll just keep going with this until I get it exactly how I want it. I'm telling you, it's already looking better than the last one. That last one was pitiful. Okay, so now that kind of crunched everything back together. Got a couple more right in the center. Don't have anything on them, so we'll get a little bit more glue in there. Okay, it's already looking much better than last time, so I think we'll go ahead and let this sit and let all that glue dry. So we had a really blank spot there. There we go. And then if we need, oh, I got another blank spot. If we need to come in later and move them around, it'll be easier because the stuff will be dried. And that's why I'm tapping, because anything that's not glued down will come off. All right, so looks better than it was before. Not great. I'm not really good at those flowers, but we're getting better, right? We're doing a little better with this as we go. That's why I got paper plates or paper bowls. Okay, red is done. Now we need pink. And it says do it 80 by 28. So this one's gonna be a little bit smaller. So 28 is 2.8 and 80 is 8. So that's like 86. Am I not on? So I'll just give a little trim, but how much is 2.8? Right around there somewhere. And again, these aren't having to be perfect because, you know, they're not, we're folding and cutting, and so nothing here is having to be perfect. And we're just gonna do the same thing, fold it twice in length. And when we cut, we want to cut roughly about 2/3 of the way down. I don't think I mentioned that on the last one. We do want a bit of a base, but we want mostly these to be, you know, the blades of the plant, the grass, whatever it is. then same thing, rinse and repeat. We're going to roll up on our toothpick here. Why does that keep doing that? Now these ones don't have them spread quite as much. Like, well, because that one, it wasn't even spread as much, the red one, as they had it. So these ones are more like what the red one looks like now. I'm just kind of working in kind of in the layers. That's a very thick one. I want to cut that one down. I obviously had one little section of these like very thick. I didn't get it cut very good. Okay, and then we're gonna do our glue again. And you can have these be as full or as thin, like not thin, but as much or as little of this powdery substance that you want, the floury stuff. You know, if you don't want it to have a whole lot, just put less glue. If you want more, just put more glue. I just get impatient. I probably would have liked my red to be a bit fuller, but I'm impatient, so I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. I just dipped it because I didn't want my glue to start getting real tacky and drying out, because then it has a harder time sticking to it. There, that one looks better. Oh, I missed one whole one here. Okay. Whoops. Oh. It's my nozzle. And we can shape it more when we know where it's going and how we want it to look. So we'll go ahead and set that one over to the side, let it dry. All right, and then we need another piece of crepe paper. Okay, wait, we're done with the pink. Let's... So I believe we were done with this stuff now. So whatever you have left, you can keep for your stash. If you have a stash, or this is really good stuff to keep, like especially when you're first building up. You can, you know, if it has you do something with flowers that you don't like, you can always use that to create flowers. I've done that in the past. Get rid of our trash here so we don't have it all over the place. All right, so now we need crepe paper that is 30 by 80. Okay, so almost the same as the last one. Wow, Missy, do you know how to work a measuring stick? I don't even know how to call it right. A ruler. That would be a ruler. We also need our, remember our 3 red bits that we saved when we did our pagoda? These 3 red ones here. We need those 3 now. And we're going to take them, fold them in half. And then cut the stems in half. All right. Treat this one the same, the crepe paper the same way as last time. Fold it in half twice. Cut down about 2/3 of the way. Don't cut my finger in the process would be good. So mostly just where those folded spots were. All right, now instead of our toothpick, we're going to put these in the center. Oh, getting off a little bit. Let's back up. Trying to keep that bottom level. This one is also not going in a planter. This will be something that just sets right on the landscaped area when we put it in the yard. Glue up the end there. If you have trouble with your flowers like slipping out, you could have always glued them in the beginning. I didn't think I'd have too much trouble. Okay, so now okay, so there is flower number 3. Now we need another piece of gray paper, 80 by 35. Is that 80? Yep. By 35. Same thing, in half lengthwise twice. We're only at half an hour. Wow. I thought, uh-oh, I didn't check the time. Maybe we're running out of time, but we still have plenty. Okay, and now we need, and I forgot to get before we got started, we need I-27, which is our white plastic flowers. And it's hard to tell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 there, so 3 of them go back in our bag. But I don't think we have any others to do, so I don't know if you want it to use more. So I'm just going to cut these right at the base of where they're connected to each other, so they'll all be very similar lengths. And then that's they're kind of small. They're kind of short. I should have cut them longer. Whoops. So you know what? I'm going to roll this. Okay, those are too short at that length. So I'm going to roll my grass, my crepe paper. I almost said tissue paper. I was like, that is not right. The crepe paper. Fan them out. And then I'm going to stick some glue on here. And stick it down in there. I'm going to do that on all 5 of them. Because this is, I don't know how you would cut these longer because 3 of them shared the next size of limb. So one, you could have done 1 on each limb longer, but the other 1 on one and 2 on the other would have been this short anyways. So I think the crepe paper is a little bit too tall, too long, but we're just, I could have cut the paper down, but these were going to fight me to roll up anyway, like that they were anyways. So instead of fighting with that, I'll just do it this way. Okay, and then that is our, if you want, I don't want the paper out a bit more because I don't want these flowers to fall. Whoops, like that. We'll let it dry and see if it holds. If not, I'll have to come up with something else, but we'll do that. And then our 5th one we already previously did. We made this on the day we were supposed to do all these. This was the only one I got through. So that is I-47 for the base, the 3 red plastics, and then the dried I-34 for the greenery. All right, so that's our 5 flowers there. And now 38. So yeah, we have time. We're gonna get started. At least I don't know if we'll finish, but we're gonna get started on our tree. Okay, this is the one that has honestly been intimidating me. This is a lot. So we need I-18s. Yeah, I can't use the straighteners to pull them because they're like covered, and it's like gonna pull that covering off. All right. Twist 20 of the I-118s in length of 160 millimeters together. How many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 10 of them. 160 is 16. That's not enough, you guys. Uh-oh. 160 millimeters would be 16 centimeters. That's only 15, and that's half. So we're just gonna cut these in half. They're gonna be a little, I don't know if they're gonna be a little short, but I mean, it's fine. So I'm going to keep these ones down here together at the base. And we just want to twist them up, twist them together. This is not the easiest thing. It seems like it should be real simple, but when you're working with this many pieces of wire together, it's not. Okay, at 66 centimeters, so just a little bit more up here, I'm going to take 6. How many did I pull here? Whoops. 1, 2, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 of them need to stay together. So I'm going to take 6 of them and pull them off to the side here. Okay, and then I'm going to twist these for 25 millimeters. So 2.5 centimeters. Whoop, you just... I got one trying to come out on me there. So about right here. All right, and then we want 3. Okay, we'll take these 3 here since they want to stay together. And these 3. Oh, okay. So I'm going to twist the bottom 3 a couple of times. And then we're going to pull them all apart. And then I'm going to twist the top 3 together a few times. And then those are going to, these ones, bottom ones kind of go down, these ones go out. All right, and now on the top, twist the trunk upwards 15 millimeters, separate 4 and twist. Okay, so we need 4 of them. Wait, we want to go up 15, so it's 1.5 centimeters. So about 1.5 from this branch. We want to pull off 4 of them. So 1. Okay, and these 4, we want to twist for 20 millimeters, which is 2 centimeters. All right, and then they're just going to get spread out. And also, like, these 2 weren't sitting right, so I'm going to put a little twist in there. You can twist them honestly however you like. Like, I think this whole thing needs to be twisted a bit more because you want the twists are going to kind of make it look gnarly. So if they're not perfectly twisted, that's fine. Twist the trunk in sequence as shown in the figure. Separate 1 branch, leave 6 branches, and twist as shown in the figure above. This one is getting pulled up. No. I have one that slid up and I'm just trying to, I think I found it. Yep, I wanted to pull it back down. Okay, so, all right, back up here, where were we? This one needs to twist around a little bit because that's what it was, it didn't twist right. Okay, so I think we take 4. And that leaves 6. So we want 4. Wait, we need to twist a little bit more up. This is the center section. So we're going to twist a couple more times. And then we're going to take 4 off to the side, twist them more together. And then those will separate out. And then the remaining 6, we want to twist just a couple of times. And then 3 of them go off to the side and 2 stay upright. Or 3 and 3. Anyways. So we have a 4-pack over here, a 4-pack over here, a 6-pack here, a 3-pack down here, and a 3-pack up here. That makes sense. But in reality, you can do this however you like. You can make these, you know, higher up, lower up, more strands on one or the other. Like this one, I think these are too like symmetrical. I want to twist this one up here. A bit more. Feels like I did something wrong on this side, but oh well. All right, so now we want to find out a bamboo stick as shown in the figure and twist the branch around it. I don't know what I'm gonna use this. This is in the H's. I don't know what it's for. Wait, because we don't have another stick, do we? No. So I don't know what find out a bamboo stick is. I have no idea what that means. But I'm just going to use this out of our H pile. And what we want to do is roll all of our wires separately and then kind of pull out. So okay, so we want to make it, we want to roll it around, spiral it, and then when we slide it out, we want to grab that end and then kind of pull it so it's kind of more like a pigtail versus a spiral. Watch your fingers, so the end of those wires are sharp. just wanted this one a little bit more twisted, more up towards the, there we go. Oh, that was kind of cool, kind of twisting it opposite way. Than the way that the branch twisted. Again, any little kinks and bends you put in these is just going to give it more character. Okay, so there is my, well, if we do it, so that's the one on the left, the bottom section on the left. I'm going to do the same thing to all of these now. So I think the first time I didn't roll them up enough. I need to roll them almost like all the way into it and then pull out a bit. See, I don't think I did this on the first tree, or the first time I did this build, or I didn't do it very good because honestly I don't remember this part. And if you want more curlicues, you just undo the this section that we twisted them all together. You just undo them a little bit. So now I'm going to kind of go the opposite direction in my twist. I don't know if that's going to matter or not. Okay, so we've got our two sides. Now we're going to get our top section here. And you can also leave some of them tighter curled, like the tighter curlicues, or you can stretch them out a lot more. Kind of, that's just your own preference there. I think if I had twisted my trunk of my tree tighter, I might have had a little bit extra. I might have had longer bits here, but because I didn't twist very tight like through here at all. It's hard because this is, that many pieces is really hard to do, but I think that's why some of them are, we don't quite have like quite as much as the book is showing, I don't think. But I think that's why, because we just didn't twist our trunk as tight as them. I'm not going to say tight enough, because I think it's tight enough. Just we didn't twist it as tight as they did in the book. Okay, because these ones are like, there's 6 of them here. If we were to put them all in a row, it would just, you couldn't see them all. So I want to make sure some are front and back. Yeah, like that. See how these 3, we just have 3 spread across, like fanned out. Even the 4 here are fanned out, but 6 here is just too much to be fanned perfectly out. I mean, you could do it, but you're going to get them crunched. So I just made sure I could, like 2 of them I brought forward, and then the rest are regular. Once you get the hang of it, it's actually quite easy. put that back in our H so we don't lose it. Okay. Here's my thing. I got a lot here and I got a big old gap here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this full one and unwrap it one time. Oh, I got pieces stuck somewhere. And then I'm going to bring this down a little. Nope. I want to undo another one. No, that then undoes all of them. Okay. Got to leave at least one twist in there. Okay, what if I untwist two of these? Nope, untwisted them all. So when I untwisted these, I have a little bit of a straight spot at the base. I'm just trying to get another little curly Q twist in those. Okay. Now let's see what I got here. Okay, I think that's better. I kind of don't like this being so perfectly straight. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we're working. Oh, I like that. Let's put a little kink, little whoop-de-whoop in the big thicker branch part of the branch. And we're at an hour. Wow. This took longer than putting all four of those together, really? I think I pulled that apart too much. But this was a big part of it, right? This was kind of the more important part. I kind of like in the kinks in the big part of the trunk now. Kind of gives it a weathered, kind of older look, you know. Oh, they do have it in there. It doesn't say to do it. Okay, and then on our base, we want these to come not that high. We want them to be spread out so that they're flat. It was hard because to get them started because they had that little bend in them from when they were folded in half. There we go. Okay, so it's not going to stand on its own, obviously, but when we go to glue it down, it will have a flat base to hold, to stand. All right, and it does say in the trunk, this part of the trunk, we're supposed to do like a big gnarly bend. So kind of bend it down and then back up. This is just so not tight. So however you want to do it. Oh, we're over, kind of bent over a little bit too far. I'm just kind of seeing how it would sit. So it kind of need to come back up a little bit. Now we don't have such a significant bend there. So what if I go back this way some? And then come forward. There we go. Yeah, I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. Okay, so obviously I didn't think we would get this all completely done, and we haven't. We've got to put all of our red lovely flowers on it still, right? So just like we did with this one, we now have to do with this one, like 14 times over. So that one, it's a little better than I thought. Way better than the first attempt I did a couple days ago. The pink is better. Yeah, it's good. Those ones are fine. Not anything special. I think those are going to stay. Looks like a bouquet of carnations, doesn't it? And then I think that one looks really good. All right, and then we have our tree all twisted up and flattened on the bottom. So when it stands, we'll have it actually be able to be glued down and stay like that. And then we have this mess of a tree, which I actually kind of like. Yeah, I don't think I curly cued it like at all the first time I did this. If at all, it was very, very minimal because I don't remember doing any of this. So, and I'll probably just the rest of the day look over and go, oh, that needs to be tweaked. And so it may get tweaked a little bit more off camera, but just because it's like a specific little thing I see. But I will try my best to not. On our next video, we will be putting all of that red flowers on here, right? So I don't know how long that'll take because I want a very full coverage. Before, see how full this is coverage? Before I had little spots. Like I had a few little spots on my original, on my first build through this, so wasn't good. So we're gonna really work on getting this much more covered in here. So we will do that, and then if we get done within an hour, then we will actually start to put our base together. So we've got to do some layering here for the pond area and our outline. So we're going to start building up that, but that may either be next time or the time after, depending on how long this little baby takes us. All right, well, if you guys are still here, you know you are the true rock stars, and I really, really do appreciate you guys so much. Just from watching up to any comments you leave, any suggestions. If you have something you want me to build, put it on my, you can put it here, or you can put it on my community page, and I've learned to start checking that. Because I didn't have it active for so long, I didn't know about it, and now I forget about it sometimes, so I'm getting better. We've got stuff here that if I don't, it's only a little bit, but it will be all over my desk soon. Alright guys, well thank you so much, and I hope to see you on the next build. Bye.